Poverty is usually known as a wide-ranging phenomenon that affects many complexities of personal and social behavior. According to World Bank 2005, poverty is primarily associated with a lack of income, and people who earn less than the minimum level of human basic needs are considered poor. The term urban poverty describes a set of social and economic hardship that exists in industrialized cities, which are the product of a complex of processes such as the implementation of convenient living standards, the rise of individualism, and the dualization of the labor force, which equates into social impulse and reaction. However, over the last few decades, poverty eradication has become a major focus on the Malaysian development policies. In Malaysia, poverty can be defined as economic or income poverty, and it is measured using a poverty line income, or known as PLI, to distinguish between poor and non-poor households. Therefore, poverty alleviation policies must include contemporary social aspects and be designed to meet the needs of various ethnic groups in urban and rural areas. To address the issue of persistent poverty, laws and policy must be efficient and effective, and an escape route is required. Freedom from poverty must be a top priority, as every Malaysian should be able to live in a beautiful and respectful way. There are some issues or problems in urban poverty in Malaysia. First issue is overpopulation. This situation usually arises when a large number of people migrate from rural areas to cities where they may simply find work. However, as the result of this phenomenon, an inflow of immigrants has occurred, causing urban poverty throughout many countries, particularly in Malaysia. Therefore, because of an increase in population growth and urban surplus arising from this sort of migration, the problem of poor families is becoming more acute. According to Lindsay Bailey 2014, by 2050 it is expected that almost two-thirds of the worldwide population will live in urban areas. However, this rapid urbanization will not develop in a consistent manner over the world, which has many demographers, economists, and social planners concerned. Second issue is difficult to get a job. As the population of people expand, most people face difficulties getting a job because they must compete with existing people in urban areas and foreign workers. This may lead to unemployment among fresh graduate and employed people. Unemployment and poverty are linked in a strong and significant approach. If people find it difficult to get a job, it may cause poverty, which contributes to more unemployment. Therefore, as someone being unemployed, their chances of becoming unemployed for a long time increase. Although it is widely acknowledged that unemployment undermines the economic well-being of many families, employment does not ensure that a person will be able to transcend poverty. Despite increased government spending, economic recovery, and the availability of raw materials, the issues of poverty and unemployment has worsened over time.
According to Bickel et al. 2000, food insecurity means the restricted or unpredictable availability of nutritionally adequate and safe foods, or the limited and uncertain capacity to get adequate food in socially acceptable methods. Parents with limited financial resources have difficulty in raising their children. Parents who do not have sufficient money to purchase nutritious food and milk may cause a lack of nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and expose the kids to pollution. Due to this, these kids live in uncomfortable surroundings and are infected with various diseases such as loss of vision, scurvy, weak bone, and tooth decay. To ensure food security in Malaysia, self-sufficiency level has been established and rice stocks have been built both domestically and abroad to ensure food security. Alam ITEL 2016. According to Minister of Agriculture and Food Industry, Datuk Seri Dr. Ronald Kianti said, Malaysia is producing 70% rice need and 30% is importing from outside country, according to Timbuang 2020. For example, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, India and Pakistan are among the countries that import 10 to 35% of the total amount of rice to Malaysia. Alam ITEL 2016. Parents who cannot afford to provide their children with nutritious meals will expose the kids to unhealthy environment. Unhealthy environment may include non-communicable disease such as obesity, cancer and cardiovascular disease. With an escalating cost of living in urban areas, these people do not afford to take urgent treatment to treat this chronic disease at private hospital. According to World Bank 2014, this is due to the inflated cost of healthcare that require parents to allocate additional funds for health treatment, such as consultation, medication, and hospital charges. Otherwise, they need to wait for their turn if they would like to go for the government hospital. Since COVID-19 has spread immensely, those who are in urban area with low income do not afford to buy disinfectant, face mask and hand sanitizer. However, the government has come out with an initiative to help B40's group by giving COVID-19 care package to ease the financial burden of society. The Prime Minister of Malaysia, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said, PPC aid, which amounted to more than 471.6 million, will be distributed to B40 household for each family.
The next point is crime cases increase. Due to the effect of urbanization, urban poverty and crime cases has become a more apparent phenomenon in Malaysia in recent years. Generally, the term crime refers to an individual's unanticipated behavior that violates the law. Additionally, an individual may engage in this conduct for a variety of reasons. According to Bukit Amal Criminal Investigation Department, Datuk Seri Abdul Jalil 2021, about 65%, which is equal to 572 suspects of the 5,518 suspected burglar detained, had no permanent work between March 18, 2020 and June 27, 2021. When more individuals are unable to feed themselves, they are more likely to commit crimes to survive, even though they are unaware that crime is destructive not just to themselves but also their family members, friends and community. If an individual continues to believe that stealing are more profitable than washing dishes year 2021, he or she will be more likely to engage in criminal activity, which will destructive to the society and nation for a long run. As a result, these criminal cases will tarnish the country's reputation at the international level. Implication: urban poverty in Malaysia is squatting issue. Squatting issue is the most crucial aspect of urban poverty, especially in urban area like Kuala Lumpur. A squatter settlement is a residential area created without the local authority approval as the place of the community to live in. In order to facilitate an economic growth of a country, the government has frequently urged squatters to remove the land they are illegally occupying. According to Azlina and Asia 2009, squatters are reluctant to leave their settlement for a variety of reasons such as a lack of job opportunities in the resettlement places, distance to work, accessibility to the public transport, and family rearrangement like sending their children to new school. The unavailability of infrastructure result in a poverty among society. According to this study conducted in Penang, children from resettlement area have poor academic performance, which has contributed to social problems, an unhealthy environment and unsuitable environment for children raising City 2006. Therefore, the issue of poverty has led the existence of squatters in Kuala Lumpur.
Regarding to the issue of difficulty to get jobs as highlighted, the suggestion is empowering low-skilled workers. This is because unskilled people left behind and difficult to get job opportunity which lead to poverty. Empowering low-skilled workers can be conducted effectively through continuous upgrade of skill and knowledge to sustain themselves in job market. Example of program that implement in Malaysia is Talent Corp. Talent Corp dedicated to help employers play an integral part in enhancing the talent. Hence, Talent Corp introduced several incentive and partnership programs to facilitate low-skilled employees in contributing to the development of talent in order to help low-skilled workers sustain themselves in market which directly reduce factors that contribute to poverty. Next suggestion is family planning program. Provision of family planning in the social development program is intended to provide an opportunity to improve the life of family and socio-economic status of women. It is to provide program and support activities aimed at improving the quality of life. It covers aspects of health, well-being and activities to promote and enhance the status of women. For example, family planning program that has implemented in Malaysia is family reproductive planning, which this family planning explains when is the right time to have the children, the distance of pregnancy and how much the couple wants in marriage.
In conclusion, urban poverty is a relative perception and cannot be measured by monthly income levels alone. Urban poverty should be calculated using a multidimensional poverty index covering health, education and living conditions. Reducing urban poverty requires active capacity building, confident and non-financial capital among the poor, rather than just passively relying on cash transfer, grants or economic assistance. Therefore, to address the problem, it is essential to identify the location of the urban poor, the differences between poor areas, the effectiveness of specific programs, as well as the design and best practices of urban poverty reduction programs and policies. This is to achieve zero poverty, which is the main goal of countries around the world, especially Malaysia.